the whole point of the trade policy is to address the national emergency that we're too dependent on foreign products in the U.S., especially if we were at a time of conflict. And we're doing something about that. And the Reciprocal Act was basically, guys, if you come to the table and negotiate with us and treat us the same way we treat you, then we'll get your rate really low. And so right now, 130 countries have responded, and we're negotiating with them, and they've got their rate down to 10%.
Knowing full well that a lot of countries would come right to us and want a bargain. We've got 90 deals in 90 days possibly pending here.
NEC Director First Kevin Hassett saying they're negotiating with 130 nations, and they've got their rate down to 10%. And trade advisor Peter Navarro saying they're doing 90 deals in 90 days. That's what they're aiming for. Let's welcome from House Foreign Affairs, California Congressman Darrell Issa. Congressman, it's always a pleasure to see you again. What do you make of all this?
Well, I think it's Trump 2.0 the way you want it. He knew what he wanted to achieve. He knew how short 4 years in the White House is. He's gotten an amazing start. And now he using every tool in the toolbook, including mixed messages in public and very focused messages when speaking with foreign leaders. He's getting them to the table, and we're going to see some real progress in a relatively few days. And at the same time, he's sensitive to what's happening to make sure that the consumer doesn't get any more disruption than absolutely necessary.
It's interesting. The president is getting way more investment in the United States than Barack Obama and Joe Biden ever did without ever spending a nickel. It's taxpayer money. It's in the trillions of dollars. Obama and Biden had less companies. They used a lot of carrot, a lot of government taxpayer spending. Trump's using the stick of tariffs. What do you make of NVIDIA today announcing it's going to manufacture American-made artificial intelligence supercomputers built entirely in the U.S. for the first time? $500 billion worth of AI supercomputers. They're going to commission, Congressman, more than 1 million square feet of factory space in Texas and Arizona. This is a big deal.
Well, Elizabeth, you said Texas and Arizona, not California. The fact is the states are competing now for this booming chip industry far more than the so-called CHIPS Act was ever going to get through giving them free money. Many of those companies took the money and have yet to break ground. This is different. NVIDIA has orders. They want them now. The threat of tariffs and the threat that China poses has caused them to recognize that now is the time to invest and invest quickly, be up and producing in months if possible.
Interesting. So is China coming to the table? We hear they are. We hear that China asked for a relief from the tariffs, creating an opening for negotiations. There's also news. We know that China has halted 7 critical rare earth elements to the United States. Do you think China steps up more quickly than expected to deal?
I'd be pleased if they did. But remember, China loves to negotiate, to promise, and then not deliver. So one of the things that President Trump knows all too well is that a promise from China means nothing. Currently, they're trying to manipulate currency as we speak, and very much blustering all over the world. So we'll see whether they actually come to the table with things that are deliverable and not promises. You know, President Trump was promised things by Xi that were never delivered, including just buying the basic food items that they need, and they reneged on it.
Yeah. Congressman Issa, we'll stay on the story. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.